Jadan Horyn, how are you, buddy? Welcome to the mess, to the family mess. You're part of the family, brother. Good to have you here. He's right. He's right. Thank you. Guilty as charged. Guilty as usual. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, you're not going to talk to me now?
Oh, no. You're on the island.
It's Sonny Grasso. So I did the island speech at the Sonny Grasso funeral. Because if Sonny didn't like you, Jadan Horyn is here. You read Jadan in Metropolitan magazine. He's a great young conservative, if I get. So just, if Sonny doesn't like you, put you on the island. Here we go. He's on the island. And then he did. I hope they don't mind me talking about this. And then there was a singer that Sonny was handling like a manager, and then he kind of got into a tiff with the singer. He referred to him as Frankie, the late singer. Oh, the late singer. So I talked about that at the podium at his funeral, and I said, anybody on the island? Everybody cracked up. I said, I think I was on the island because Sonny, one of Sonny's long distance cousins from the next door neighbor's child's nephew from Sicily called me. He said, could you do an event? I go, look, I'm working, and Sonny got mad at me because I didn't say yes. Okay, I go, Sonny, I didn't know it was your cousin. I think I was on the island for a day, but so now, Al, you put me on the island now? I'm on the island now. Just for a little while. He's not talking. I'm not talking. What are you tweeting? Look at you. She's tweeting. He's following up on his tweets now.
He's been on the island with his wife.
yeah, today.
Yeah, she had a headache. She had a headache last week.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Who are you again? I'm sorry.
And you are
the late Joe Piscopo. That's who he is.
The late singer.
Just, do you have any information on Hillary? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Yeah.
646 with Joe on the radio. Jadan, how are you, brother? Everything good?
I'm doing well.
Good, man. How's everything going? What's going on? What's new? What's breaking on the? That Metropolitan magazine is a great magazine. I met the publisher.
Yeah,
at
she's better.
At John Katzimatidis' house. They did a great piece on Andrea, on John and Margot's beautiful daughter.
I know. I interviewed her.
And did you do that?
I didn't write the piece. Well, I wrote the piece. I wrote the piece, but I interviewed her. Yeah.
That was a great piece.
We were just at her party. The magazine launch party.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Ran into all of the New York literati and elites.
Yeah,
it was nice.
I know. It's interesting that you can write a conservative piece in the city. Very tough. I mean, you're in a bastion of just blindly voting as they call themselves liberals, but it's beyond that. It's progressive socialism now. What's happening?
Well, they don't even vote.
Yeah,
like 7% participation. So
Wait, in New York is that right?
Yeah, in New York City, it's terrible. It's abysmal.
I had no. See, this is why we love Jadan on the show. Does 7% of people vote in New York City, in this great city?
In this great city.
And this is why we got traffic. This is why
This is why we have de Blasio. This is why we have AOC. Because people don't participate. They don't know. They don't care. They're busy.
Yeah, it's so.
And when that's who's left. The people who really, really are wanting socialism. That's who's going to vote.
I know, which is
the radicals.
I know, and which is happening. And tell me a young guy like yourself, 648 with Joe. This is Jadan Horyn. Horyn is a conservative commentary contributor to Metropolitan magazine. Is anybody watching this impeachment thing? Are young people watching this impeachment thing? I mean, or am I the only one in my hotel room? Sadly,
you're the only
yelling.
You're the only one
yelling at Adam Schiff.
You're really the only one.
It's sad, isn't it?
Come on.
Are you kidding me? How could you say that?
Did you see the ratings? Daytime soap operas have more viewership than all of the networks combined. No, young people don't watch TV. Young people aren't watching.
You know what?
No one's paying attention.
Yeah, it's just like that, right? So
no one's paying attention.
Meantime, the president's going to come out with a Middle East plan. In the middle of all of this. I just loved it when he goes. I got bumped yesterday. We were talking about it on Fox News, and then I got caught up watching the president going, "We're coming up with a peace plan," and he's got Benjamin Netanyahu right next to him, and I'm going and it was like the 75th anniversary of the discovery of Auschwitz, and how and I'm telling you, it was so on the money. The president was so on the mark. It was so vital, something we all want, peace in the Middle East, and he's talking about it. And I said, I'm glad I got bumped, darn it, But in the meantime, impeachment thing's going on, and he's not even breathing heavy. This
I mean,
guy.
this is why Democrats. This is why the media hates the president. He has the ability to seize the narrative. Literally, no other president can seize the narrative and make it about what they want to talk about and what the American people are concerned about. Think about it. In the midst of the House of Representatives voting to impeach the president, he's getting the North American trade deal done, right?
Yeah,
you know, like, and so that's playing with the same time, which is why only 54% of my generation want the president impeached and removed from office. Which, considering that 75% of them are willing to vote socialist, I call that a huge victory for the president because look at where they're going to vote for Bernie Sanders or whoever. So I mean, obviously the good economy, the Roaring '20s, is playing in the backdrop.
But did you think that's a flaw? The polls are flawed. I mean, they are saying 51%. I think it was a Fox News poll that said, that want the president impeached. It looks awfully flawed to me. I don't even know if people are aware of this. Who are they polling in these polls, Jim?
Well, that's the funny thing, right? Like, polling ever since cell phones and people have gotten rid of landlines is becoming less and less accurate because only people that want to participate and people that they can get a hold of landlines and reliable cell phone numbers are the ones that they're polling. So they're missing a whole broad spectrum of people, which is why polling is more skewed.
Yeah. Hey, Jaden. So here it is, and thank you for coming in. And all good in your life? Everything good? Just busy, right?
Excellent. Just really busy.
So are you going to put it with the morning tea? You should do a story in Metropolitan magazine, cover story. Couldn't pitch it right here on the air?
Yeah, pitch it right here.
Of the morning show,
Absolutely.
Because they said to me, management says, can we put billboards outside the Holland Tunnel? Joe, I want billboards outside the Lincoln Tunnel. We want to buy ads on television. And I say, don't spend the money. I tell them, don't spend the money. I said, we're an organic show. We're a word of mouth show. I said, but it would be great. Metropolitan, it's a great, if you haven't seen this magazine, beautiful magazine. And now, I'm not going to look as good as Andrea Katzmatidis, just so you know. But we could have some.
I could get you close, Joe.
And you did that great piece on Melania. God bless you for that, man.
Thanks.
And you got nailed for that, right?
I did. I absolutely. The online trolls and Twitter, the Twitter trolls absolutely hated me. The thing is, just an interview last week with the Daily Mail and the Daily Express on Melania and kind of how the first family's handling impeachment, because no one's talking about that, right? Like under Clinton, everyone was concerned about how Hillary felt and what was going on with Chelsea.
Yeah,
of course,
man.
But no one is asking the same question. When they do ask questions, it's do you think your husband's going to be impeached? That's what they ask Melania, as opposed to how are you handling this since the media and the Democrats are attacking your husband and your family.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they don't want to humanize her because they want to demonize her.
Yeah, it's so true. Jadan Horyn, where can we find you online, man? You're such an interesting guy. You're a young guy with the correct vision, I think, for this country. Where can we find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at Jadan, Jadan, Horyn, Horyn, or on Instagram at KAACJ.
All right. Jadan, thanks for coming in, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to see you. I love your energy, man.